Hey everyone, it's Robbie here with Muddy Beards. Today, we're going to float like a butterfly and stinger like a bee. Alright you guys, so here's what I'm actually going to be doing today. I'm going to be making a stinger bumper attachment, a bolt-on attachment for my current bumper. This is a custom bumper that a buddy and I made a couple years ago, and so hopefully what I'm planning to do with this video is that you can take this and apply it to any bumper that you want so that you can attach a stinger to it as well. So what I have here is a piece of 1 3/4 120 wall welded tube that I already took to a buddy's house and had him bend for me. Hey look, it's Bender.
Like you can do over a 180. I've done it.
And so now that it's in the basic shape that I need, what I actually want to do is measure out my bumper, take a look at some of the specs here so I can figure out how to cut this thing down and place it exactly where I want it to. So in order to cut this thing down exactly where I want it, I think the best approach is actually to go with width, is actually figure out the overall width I want my stinger bumper to be, and then I can actually make my cuts accordingly. So what I've done is I've taken a look at the middle section of my bumper. I kind of have a box right here, and it's the thickest steel, it's 1/4 inch right there, and so I think it's going to be the best place to actually attach the stinger to. And so what I did is I made some marks several different places and kind of eyeballed it and took a look at it, and I'm going to see how this thing's going to look. And I think what I ended up with is actually I moved it sort of out towards the ends, and it's about 30 inches wide is I think where I want this thing to actually end up. So now that I know that I want it to be 30 inches wide, here's what I can do. I can go over here. I can go over here to my tube, and what I've done is I've put it down on my table and I've laid a flat edge across it. And essentially what I can do now is I can find where 30 inches is going to be. I tape measure across here and find that point where this straight edge is right at 30 inches. Which is almost right about there. And once I've done that, all I have to do is mark the tube in a couple places and actually cut it out. So that's what I'm going to get to next. Alright guys, a little update, different day, same project. I managed to get my piece of tube cut out to the length that I wanted, and with a lot of trial and error I managed to get the little pie cuts on the ends just right so that it's going to sit at the correct angle when I put it flat up against the bumper. I also made these little brackets. They're just pieces of 3/16 plate that I drilled holes through, and that's where the stinger bumper is actually going to attach to the bumper. So my next step is I got to get this thing tack welded on in the right spot, and then I can move forward. That's straight, dude. I mean,
yeah, it's as straight as it's gonna get.
Alright, well, let's get it unbolted and I can take it to the bench and finish welding it the rest of the way. And there it is. So I got most of the welds done for the most part, and I got it just kind of bolted in here into place, and it looks pretty good. But I'm not done yet. I know what you guys are thinking. That might not be strong enough. So what I'm going to do to add some strength and to also make it look a little bit better is I went ahead and I cut out a couple pieces of pipe here. Got a right and left side, and what I did was just measured it out, got my correct length, got my right side and my left side, and then I used the Harbor Freight pipe bender again. And I used it to make these bends. Now, this thing works okay. Again, the bends aren't like perfect. It definitely thins the pipe out a little bit around the bend. But I think my biggest complaint with it is, I don't know if you guys can see that, is that when you're bending this pipe, and granted I'm using really thin pipe, this is Schedule 40, like just pipe, but it dents it. And that's just not aesthetically pleasing, and so I'm sure what I could do is get some like body filler or Bondo and probably make it look better, but I don't have any of that. So what I did on this side, and I got it looking pretty darn good, is I basically just went in on those dents and I welded it. And then I just kind of grinded it down smooth so that it looked a little bit better. So I think I got to do that on this side, but I wanted to show you guys what this looks like really quickly here before I even get started on it. So check it out. I just got them sitting there with some magnets. I think it looks pretty cool. And so really, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time cleaning up the dents. Whoa, come on now, focus. I'm going to take some time cleaning up the dents on these pipes because I want to make them look better. And then I got to drill holes. I just made plates again, just like on the front. Got to drill holes so I can actually bolt this in. And then I'm going to tack it all together and finish welding it, and then once I'm done with that I can paint it and get this thing on. And there it is. Got it all finished up. Finished up all the welding, painted it, got it remounted back onto the bumper, and everything's fitting and looking just like it should. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty cool. So again, I just used 1 3/4 120 wall tube for the main hoop, for the actual Stinger hoop. I have just pieces of 3/16 plate, the brackets that I made so that I can actually bolt it to the bumper. So I did the ones on the front to hold the main loop, and then brackets on the top here. This is just 1-inch pipe, and I bent it and just kind of added a little extra strength, and also makes it look a lot better. So I mean, the thing looks really aggressive, and I think it looks nice. And the nice thing is I think that you could apply these same principles to make a Stinger bumper of your own, really for any kind of vehicle and for any kind of bumper. Just using, these materials, some ability to bend some tube and some pipe, and weld it all up. And there you go. You have something that looks really aggressive and is hopefully also very functional as well. So thank you for watching Muddy Beards. If you liked the video, please make sure that you hit the like button and click subscribe down below. Check out some of our other videos. We're always updating, making new stuff. We're having a lot of fun making the videos, so I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. So again, thank you, and we'll see you on the trail.